All right, thank you guys very much for the interview today. I'm just trying to spread a little peace in this world, and I'm trying to just hear everybody's perspectives, and just trying to get everybody to listen to somebody else's perspective with an open mind. And everybody has awesome stories to share. Awesome. And so I'm going to start off. Where are you guys from? What do you do?
We're both from Lansing, Kansas. I work in social services with the state of Kansas.
Okay.
And I work for Home Depot.
All right, man. All right. What's your favorite song in the world?
Probably mine is I'm blanking on it, for mercy.
Only Imagine.
Yeah,
Imagine.
Only Imagine by who?
Mercy Me.
All right, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, I Can Only Imagine is what the full title is.
Okay.
So I would probably have to mirror that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to check it out.
Definitely.
If you had a dream place to visit or could go anywhere in the world right now, where would it be?
In the world?
Yeah. The whole entire world's yours.
In the world.
Or you can go, I mean, if you want to go out of the world, you can go out of the world too, I guess.
Well, I mean, my goal, my ultimate place is going to be heaven, of course.
Right.
I'm going to end up, so that, when you say in the world.
Right.
So heaven would be my number one.
Okay.
Right? And I know I'm going there. And then my second one would probably be, I don't know, Greece.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably that would probably
really
be
anywhere with him.
All right.
Fun,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you think Greece too? Or?
Probably. Yeah, that would be
right.
Fun. That would be enjoyable. Yeah.
So your best talent in the world? What would you say your best talent is?
Probably for me is working with youth.
Working with youth?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've done it since I was 16 on, and just enjoy giving what I learn and everything to them and teaching them, besides the sport, is how to be a better human.
Awesome.
Through the sport. So
what sport?
Right now, and what I've been doing is softball.
All right.
For 18 and under, but I've coached all levels in different sports. But right now, my calling from God is with the 18 and under softball.
Well, thank you for what you do. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Mine probably is talking and listening. I mean, because a lot of people don't realize that, people who talk, you have to be able to listen in order to be an effective talker as well. And so, I listen a lot.
Right.
And I talk a lot.
I do. I try to do both as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a hard line to walk.
It
I
is.
don't want my dog to knock over the camera. All right. So if you had a superpower, what would it be?
Teleportation.
Teleportation. All right.
Ooh. Probably flying.
All right. Yep. I love flying. That was always mine. Teleportation is awful intriguing because you can go anywhere too. So that's true. Okay, so this is my personal favorite question. Out of all the things you've seen in your lifetime, what is the most unexplained thing that you've ever seen? Something that you could think of to where you're like, I don't know how that happened. I have no clue. I can't explain it. Now, whether it be a ghost or an alien, Bigfoot, chupacabra, whatever you think, man, that you're like, I have no idea what that was. What do you think that is?
Mine would have been, the little story that goes with it is, we were at a Whataburger and I was eating. I got up, threw trash away, and an older guy was sitting there and just struck a conversation with me. But during that time, I was looking at him and he had no face. It was weird, but we were having a good conversation, and it was about God and stuff. My true belief was that it wasn't a human being. It was an angel, because the face was just it was weird to me at first, because I never encountered that.
Right.
But as soon as I went back and sat down and I was telling her, looked over at him, and there was his face. But the whole time we were talking, it was just wow. It was weird. There was no eyes, no mouth, nothing. But the voice was coming out and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, that'd be mine.
That's definitely wild. That's I've actually I heard something about that the other day, to where people are starting to see things like that and starting to report like I can't explain it, but people turn into like whatever, something else when they see. I don't know, but it's like a thing that's happening. That some people are doing, and that's. I can't explain it, but I mean, nobody knows what's going on, but that's weird. It's a thing. So, that's really fascinating.
Mine is probably when I was I think I was, I don't know, 9, 10 years old. We went on a family vacation, and of course, we were the family that drove in the station wagon, you know, so we went down to Florida, and as we were driving down to Florida, there was this fella, a hitchhiker, alongside the road, and of course, you know, my mom and dad, my mom was like, don't stop, you know, and so we passed. Well, probably about 20 minutes later, we passed the same guy. And we did this like 3 or 4 times. And finally my dad pulled over. He was like, get in the car. You're making better time than we are.
Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, you know, and so, and during the conversation when he was in the car with us, it was just a huge, at the time, being a kiddo, you know, not really thinking about it, but now in hindsight, thinking back, that, you know, he was an angel because he was there to deliver a message to my dad. And so...
Was it? I mean, I don't want.
It was a great message. Okay, no, it was a great message. My dad just recently passed away, and so it chokes me up. But you know, you think about that, and it's just like. And then when he gets out of the car, you know, he's like, "Oh, here's my stop." After he had talked to my dad for a while, you know, he gets out of the car, never saw him again, and he was going the same direction as us because we asked, "Which way are you going?" He was going this way, and Dad was like, "Well, we'll take you the whole way." He was like, "Nope, I need out right here." And I know it's because he had another message for someone else, but it was, you know, it's just amazing, and it's like, yeah, you know, and so. You always need to pay attention to those little things when you're traveling and when you're doing things. I'm not saying pick up hitchhikers, but I'm just saying that there's going to be times that some, you know, God lays something on you and you need to do it. So yeah.
Wow, that's amazing and unexplained and beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. So if you could do one thing to help the world, what would it be?
What I'm trying to do now is spread God's word.
Yeah. Same. I think if there's one thing in the world is to get people to listen to the true message and understand that, you know, there is, you know, God is returning and you need to have your heart right with God and, you know, just make sure that that's what you're looking towards.
Right. Yeah. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So what are your thoughts on the federal government? And like I said, you can pass any question anytime. I understand, but
and this is just my opinion.
Right. I'm open to everybody.
Our government, probably, I'd say 90% of our government's crooked.
Yeah.
It's crooked. They've lied to us for, I mean, not just some people who think, you know, 5, 10 years. No, it's been for a long time. But, you know, I'm one of the ones that I dig into a lot of stuff. And, they're controlled by upper elites that have that money that none of us know, you know, or have seen and stuff like that. And it's all about the money and the greed, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's us out here are suffering from that. So and it sucks because even people that have less money than me are suffering even more, and that sucks.
Yeah, and that's I feel the same way. I mean, everybody's got their own views, but I just think government, if they have lobbyists write 1,000-page laws that they don't even read, it's not run by we people.
Exactly.
No, it's run by something else.
Yeah, it is.
But that's just my own, you know, that's my own perspective. But
I'm right there with you.
Absolutely.
Right. So you're about the same.
There's a lot that needs to be changed, and people need to stand up for their rights. You know, there's a reason that 1776 is so important, and we the people need to stand up and be that person again.
And it frustrates me hearing people say that America is junk, and it's not America, it's the government.
Leaders.
Exactly.
Exactly. We're being led down terrible paths, and we just got to try and figure out how to break the path, and that's what I'm doing is trying, because I don't agree, I don't believe everything that everybody else believes, but I think if we can sit down and peacefully talk about it instead of fighting and arguing, that's what gets the power back to the people, because right now they divide us every way they can, and anything they can make us fight over, you know?
And that's exactly right.
And so if we could just be like, well, you know what, I'm sick of fighting, I want to try and work together, and so that's just where I'm at. I'm trying to just open everybody's minds to a different perspective.
The more you open your eyes and your mind, you'll start seeing that it's them, and you'll see it coming. It's like, oh, you're doing this on the news or this or this. to get this going.
Right. Like last week it was bears dividing the sexes, and this week it's Travis Bucker dividing it by religion.
Thank
and
you.
they focus on
We're
anything.
that's our hometown.
Right,
but
anything they can do, they just divide us and they focus on division. They're like, oh, you guys are fighting over that? Well, that's great. Let's focus on that. Instead of stirring it, let's be like, okay, let's work together and figure this out. We don't have to be like this. Yeah. And so I'm just trying to create a different mindset.
I like that.
Like it. Yep.
So I think you guys are going to have a little input on this one. Where do you think we came from?
We came for God. God created the heavens and the earth, and and He created us to be in His own image, and that's where we came from.
All right. Well, I love that perspective. That's beautiful. So I got 2 more questions here. What do you think the meaning or purpose of life is?
To serve God, and to relay His message to others that haven't heard it. So
that we all end up having a place in eternity and somewhere
together.
That is just beautiful, and
you
don't have to go through the pain, the heartaches, the poorness, anything. So I mean, that's my opinion on it.
Right. I mean, that sure would be nice. I mean, me personally, I'm just kind of searching for God and what that is, and I don't know for sure what it is. So I'm just looking, and I know that we're connected through something. I can't be certain what that is, and I know we're all obviously connected through energy and through somehow, so we're all connected. So there's just and I've seen a lot of stuff, and I believe in the power of prayer, and there's just a lot of things. So I mean, like I said, we all kind of just have our own, but I think that working for something good and for even a bigger purpose, like what you guys are doing, is the most beautiful thing you can do in this world. And that's the most positive, most awesome way to try and be, is to just try and help out. And that's, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. That's creating positivity in the world. And it's beautiful. And thank you guys for that. I like that. Last question here. Best piece of advice or knowledge you can give to all the people out there. What would it be?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would say that you need to open your minds and open your hearts. Look into the truth of the Bible. Read everything, and also to listen. Because you'll be able to, if you listen effectively, you'll be able to tell the difference between what the lies are and what the truth is, because you're going to understand it. So that would be mine.
All right.
Yeah, mine's kind of basically on that way too, and just basically understand that all the negativity too is, in my opinion, is the devil. I mean, he's fear. He's fear in this world, and try to figure out what it is, like you said, and if you do find God, you'll find more peace. And then all the negativity you'll see it, but you won't suck that negativity in, and then life becomes even better for everyone. So,
well, I appreciate that perspective, and I appreciate you guys taking the time and having the courage to step forward and talking with me. I mean,
Absolutely.
I really think
it's a great conversation with you.
Man, thank you so much.
I loved it. Yeah.
I think little things like this might help the world more than what we know.
You know what?
Because
Yep.
all they push is division, and I don't see much of this. So I'm just trying to create peace, and it's just a thing as I did to my little boy that passed away. I'm just trying to. He was premature, and he lived 6 weeks, and I was able to go hold him after he passed away, and I promised him that I would do everything I could to try and help the world. So
love that.
That's why I do what I do. So I want to try and help the world for his brothers and for future generations.
Keep it up.
Yeah, keep doing your thing.
Yeah, well, thank you guys. I appreciate your time.
Yep.
And
you keep it. Keep it up.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
keep your heart open, and God is going to come and show you.
He's doing it right now for
He
you.
is.
Yeah.
He is. He's showing you right now. Okay. Dear Lord, bless us, God. Give him a heart. Let him see your face. Bring him closer. Let him listen to you, brother.
Thank you. You have a great day.